Hey friend, you know in the Bible, King Uzziah's sin and consequences are recorded in 2 Chronicles chapter 26. He was also known as Azariah and was one of the kings of Judah. And he began his reign when he was 16 years old and reigned for a remarkably long time, 52 years. Uzziah was initially faithful to God and sought guidance from the prophet Zechariah. And under his reign, Judah experienced military success, agricultural prosperity, and built strong, fortified cities. However, Uzziah's downfall came when he became proud and sought to take on the role of a priest, the role that was reserved exclusively for the descendants of Aaron, the Levitical priests. But Uzziah entered the temple one day, and he had a censer in his hand, and he was intending to offer incense on the altar, which was strictly prohibited only for the priest. And so when the 80 priests confronted him and rebuked him for his presumption, Uzziah became angry. And in his rage, he refused to listen to their warnings and persisted in offering incense before the Lord. Pride destroys us by changing our motives, the way we see the world. Celebrities, professional athletes, politicians, pastors, and worship leaders and worship teams are all challenged by pride. It can eat away at us like a cancer and we don't realize it. And it tries to destroy us. Our motives change and we do things that make ourselves look good rather than doing what is right. And we become less considerate of others and feel entitled because of our status. Well, I know I succumbed to it. Pride changed the way I saw myself and others. I felt entitled and special rather than preferring others and better than others. I put myself first and had little patience and love for others. And God put me through a season of stripping me down and helping me understand that my identity and significance come from Him and not from what I have done. And as a consequence of Uzziah's disobedience and presumption, God struck him with leprosy, which suddenly appeared on his forehead while he was still in the temple. Can you imagine? And the priest quickly drove him out, and Uzziah remained a leopard until his death, living in isolation and cut off from the affairs of his kingdom. What happened to Uzziah reminds all of us of the consequences of pride and the presumption and the importance of humility and obedience before God. Like Uzziah, we can't see the leprosy on his forehead, but everyone else could. We often can't see our pride, but it's visible to all those around us. So I encourage you to be humble. Humble yourself before God and others, and you'll be loved by those around you. God will exalt you in due time if that's so important to you, but He'll do it His way. After all, we are His humble servants and we stand before Him not on our own merit, but on His. Well, I hope that helps you in some way. Watch out for pride, it'll destroy you. God bless.